Live from KHOU 11, your news starts now.
Now at 6, a cold front is fueling a line of showers into the Houston area. We'll break down the timing and which areas are going to get hit. And day 32 of the government shutdown affecting millions, from delayed SNAP benefits to disruptions at air traffic control. We'll show you the impact at NRG Stadium and Bush Airport. Plus, downtown comes alive for Dia de los Muertos tonight with parades and festivities honoring loved ones. We are live with all of the action. Thanks for being with us this evening. I'm Cheryl Mercedes. Tonight, a weather impact alert is in effect as we are tracking a couple of thunderstorms moving into the Houston area this evening. Meteorologist Cheetah Craft is in for Pat Kaplan tonight. And Cheetah, who's seeing that rain right now?
We'll take a look all of our northern counties. We have a line of showers. This is connected with the cold front. This is the cold front that's going to swing on through this evening. But we even have a few thunderstorms on the southwest side, and that's what I want to draw your attention to. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in closer into Wharton County. Here is El Campo. This is Clinville. You can see just north of that, kind of the area where this thunderstorm is concentrated over. Now, the National Weather Service issued this special weather statement. What this special weather statement does is it signifies, hey, this thunderstorm is not only producing some strong winds, 40-mile-per-hour winds, but take a look at the hail size, about a ½ inch in diameter. So in the core of this thunderstorm in Wharton County, we are not only seeing some heavy, blinding rain, you can see with the lit up of the red, some of the purple there on the radar, but also lightning, gusty winds, and even some hail as well. Now, no advisories and no warnings at this point, but this will be a thunderstorm that we carefully monitor. Let me shift closer into 288, centered basically right over Angleton. So this is in Brazoria County. Take a look at the lightning here. Again, just north of Lake Jackson, right over 288. This is an area seeing some blinding, heavy, torrential rain right now. Now, as I take you up a little north, further north in the Woodlands, notice no lightning. We're not tracking thunderstorms. This is just rain across the area. The light rain shown in the green, and then some of the pockets of the moderate rain there shown in some of the yellow and the orange. If you're in Woodlock, Chateau Woods, here's the Woodlands, there's Porter Heights. Take a look. Some moderate rain is very possible, but that's really about it. Now, I'll take you further south within Harris County. The Loop right now, maybe a few showers closer into Beaumont Place, but it's actually still relatively dry for a big part of Harris County. Now, as far as the severe weather threat goes, it's now through 9 o'clock. And basically all of our southwest counties see they're under that level 1. And that's what we're seeing. This is lining up exactly where those thunderstorms are popping up. Now, the level 2 there in yellow, that's a little further south than Victoria. So it's basically out of our viewing area. But anyone watching right now potentially maybe have some friends or family anywhere from Victoria to, I would say, Rockport. That's an area that you could see some stronger thunderstorms. But otherwise, notice how the severe weather threat across our area has been lifted. I'm going to keep this weather impact alert through 9 o'clock this evening. And that's just because we could see an isolated thunderstorm, kind of like what we're seeing right now in Wharton County. Very possible across the area. I would say after 9 o'clock, that is it for the rain. Take a look at your evening hours. This is your hour-by-hour planner from 11 to midnight. Notice how we clear things up. And boy, when you wake up Sunday morning, it is going to be beautiful and back on the cool side. So that weather impact alert is issued now through 9 o'clock this evening. An isolated strong thunderstorm will be possible. It's basically happening right now. Brief heavy downpours, some gusty winds, and within those thunderstorms, hail will be possible in that core. Now, live look outside in Galveston this evening. Notice how dark the clouds are. Remember some of those storms that were just to the west? So not necessarily impacting Galveston right now. Look how choppy that surf is, though. Yeah, you can see the winds really pushing on shore. Winds will be switching directions after that cold front clears. Live look over Herman Park, a very different story. Once you see some of the blues still in the skies, easily some passing showers will be possible. Give that about 30 minutes or so. Galleria, you can kind of see the skies almost split in half here, some of the darker clouds. Now, throughout the evening hours, again, I wouldn't be surprised if a few showers now through 9 o'clock to an isolated thunderstorm, and then that's it. Once we get past 9 o'clock, I think that's when the cold front would have already passed, and that is it for the rain. Live look outside, we'll keep the clouds in place. Overnight tonight, 40s and 50s, especially as we see some nice clearing. So Check your timestamp out. That's tomorrow morning, 7:30. Jackets will be needed first thing out the door if you're my early riser on Sunday morning. Great time to get a workout in. You'll be under mainly clear skies. You know, if a church kind of morning, make sure you grab the jacket. Today is the last day for this rain chance. Starting tomorrow, sunny skies back into the picture. Same for the start of next week. Also, thanks to the cold front providing the chance for these showers and thunderstorms, that will be dropping your temperatures for early next week. So again, you'll get back to those highs, 60s and 70s. Now, right when you get used to these cooler temperatures, check this out. I'm taking you from November the 7th through the 11th. So this is our long range outlook. Notice how we trend above average. A big part of the desert Southwest, but even a big part of the state of Texas, we're slightly above average with these temperatures. All right, you know what happens tonight? Well, it's really overnight. It's 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay, so while most of you are sleeping, we fall back. Daylight savings ends. So don't forget to turn your clocks back 2 a.m. or just before you go to bed tonight. It's a great night to also test your smoke alarms. You know, if you can do this whenever we either fall back or spring forward, it just is a good reminder to make sure everything is operating as it should be. You do gain an extra hour of sleep. See, that's the good news about falling back. So you gain that extra hour of sleep. If you're tired right now, you'll get to, if you get to sleep in, you don't have the kiddos, they don't wake you up. So your sunrise though will be an hour earlier, and then your sunset starting tomorrow night will also be an hour earlier. Take a look, 7-day forecast here for your Saturday. Remember the showers and thunderstorms, they'll be passing, but tomorrow as you wake up, it'll be chilly. 50s, maybe even some upper 40s, high temperatures in the low 70s. For the start of next week, you're still back in the 60s and 70s. And then do you see some of these 80s? Yeah, they sneak back in, but we're still well below that 90-degree mark. As far as this evening goes, keep that umbrella handy through about 9 o'clock. All right, Cheryl, I'll send it back to you for now.
All right, looking good tomorrow. Thanks, Cheetah.
Okay.
It's now day 32 of the government shutdown, and here in Houston, the impacts are starting to hit home. Right now, Houston airports are urging passengers to plan ahead and get there early. TSA screening times at both Houston airports are climbing due to staffing shortages caused by that government shutdown. Our Troy Class is live at Bush with how conditions are looking right now. Troy, what have you got to say?
Well, Cheryl, if you take a look behind me, we're here in Terminal A, and you can see, luckily, things are going pretty smooth over here, and there's not long wait times. But the Houston Airport system said this afternoon TSA wait times may go beyond 60 minutes. Now, that is the case in Terminal E. However, right here in Terminal A, everything seems to be going smooth. Today, Houston Airport's saying that they are encouraging passengers to arrive early until further notice. Currently, security checkpoints are only open in Terminals A and E. In Terminal A, most passengers telling me that they didn't have any issues flying in or out to their destination. Now, according to Fly Houston's website, wait times in Terminal E are an hour long right now. And United passengers are also asked to check their bags in Terminal C, then go to Terminal E. The government shutdown is not just affecting TSA lines. According to the FAA, there was a ground stop here at Bush that just cleared about 30 minutes ago, and planes at other airports were not allowed to take off for Bush due to staffing issues at the airport. And the advisory also mentioned possible thunderstorms in the area. And there's currently a ground delay that's affecting flights at Hoppy. According to the FAA, that delay is just over an hour. That advisory is currently set to 8 o'clock. And tonight at 10, we're going to hear from passengers who say that they're experiencing all levels of different issues. And, you know, with this government shutdown, no end in sight, what their fears are for travel moving forward. Reporting live at Bush Airport, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, so if you're traveling out of Terminals E or C, especially, Troy, maybe add on an extra hour than what you're used to. Thank you. Well, the government shutdown is highlighting how stretched airport staffing has become, leading to minor runway incidents involving a plane headed to Houston. Yesterday at LaGuardia Airport in New York, one United Airlines plane clipped the tail of another while taxiing to the gate. Both planes returned safely, passengers deplaned normally, and no injuries were reported. The FAA says the surge in callouts is putting air traffic control and travel across the country under pressure, with hundreds of delays and cancellations, all while controllers continue to work without pay. Meanwhile, millions of Americans are still waiting for critical food assistance. SNAP benefits are on hold right now, leaving families unsure of when help will arrive. Two federal judges have ordered the Trump administration to tap emergency funds to keep the program going. The president says he's asked his legal team to find a way to fund SNAP within the law, but even if that happens, benefits could still be delayed. In many states, it could take more than a week to load those cards. And here in Houston, the impact of that shutdown is hitting home. Thousands of families lined up outside NRG Stadium today before sunrise for some of them, as Houston Texans and the Houston Food Bank teamed up to help those who are feeling it most. Our Michelle Choi shows us how the need and the frustration are running deep.
At NRG Stadium's yellow lot, lines of cars roll through as volunteers loaded up fresh produce, gallons of milk, and proteins after SNAP benefits, which roughly 42 million Americans use to help buy food, did not go out today.
What's your message to those who are here today and to other families in Houston who are struggling?
Yeah, so we just want everyone to know that Texans help Texans. So the Houston Texans are here for the community. They're our neighbors, our friends, our family. So we want them to know that we're here for them.
The Texans also donated $100,000 to the Houston Food Bank, which says demand for help has surged.
Tell us why it's so important to hold distributions like this for these families.
With 50,000 federal workers in our area not being paid now, plus now 425,000 area SNAP households not having their cards reloaded. There's a lot of need surge, and we want to step up and help these families.
Green says more distributions are planned every week until the shutdown ends.
Hopefully it won't be long, but we're going to be here as long as it takes.
As cars were loaded up, hundreds more packed the lot next door, waiting their turn. Among them, Felicia Simeon, who arrived at 4 a.m. with her son and grandson.
We just basically have to do what we have to do. It's just everything's just terrible and it's overwhelming.
How fearful were you that these SNAP benefits would come to an end?
Oh, it was out of 1 to 10, I say a 10.
Tell me how crucial that money is when it comes to putting food on the table.
Even if you're getting a small amount can go a long way.
Just a few cars over, Deidre Johnson, also a grandmother.
16 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren.
What a blessing.
What a blessing.
But also makes things tough for you, right?
It does, but this is a bigger blessing. So that's why I got up early so that I could make sure I can get food and take care of my family.
For Deidre, the shutdown is a crisis that should never have happened.
Democrats and Republicans, you all are supposed to represent us, and you're not. You're not doing that.
Still, gratitude outweighed frustration as more than 5,000 families received food here today.
Look at all these people in line. We need this, so thank them for thinking about the people when the politicians didn't or they don't. We thank them so much.
In Houston, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
Thanks, Michelle. If you're one of the families struggling right now, we want to help you. We've put together a list of the food distribution events happening across our area for federal workers who aren't getting paid during the shutdown. Just text the word food to 713-526-1111 and we'll reply with the dates, locations, and the website to pre-register before you go. Tonight, Houston police are investigating a deadly shooting that may have started as a robbery. It all happened after 3 this morning when a Bel Air police officer on patrol heard gunfire near Bel Air Boulevard in South Rice. When the officer got there, they found 3 people at a gas station who said they had just been robbed by a group of men in a gray Honda. A short time later, police spotted that same car in a nearby parking lot where 2 men were trying to help a third who had been shot several times. Officers performed CPR, but the man died there at the scene. Investigators believe gunfire was exchanged between the 2 groups. Everyone involved is now detained, and police are asking anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. In Northeast Harris County, a motorcyclist is dead after a crash in a construction zone in Humble. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says this happened around 9 o'clock last night along FM 1960 near Moonshine Hill. Deputies found a man lying unconscious in the roadway when they arrived. Investigators say no other vehicles were involved and the area was dark and under construction when this happened.
At this point, we believe that speed and lighting were an issue. We will be doing a autopsy to determine if intoxication was involved in the crash right now.
The victim's name has not been released. New at 6, a warning for parents tonight. One child's Halloween candy raised concern, and now authorities are reminding everyone to double check those streets. Montgomery County deputies say a child was taken to the hospital after a white substance was found inside of a piece of candy. Out of caution, the child was checked out, but tests show no signs of any narcotics. Investigators later determined that substance was cornstarch. The child is okay and the candy is being sent for additional testing. Deputies say it's a good reminder for parents to inspect all candy and toss anything that looks opened or tampered with. Election Day is just 3 days away, and the Harris County Clerk's Office is ramping up efforts to assist voters who haven't cast their ballots yet. Today, they distributed equipment and supplies to election judges at vote centers across the county to get ready for Tuesday. This year, voters will see 17 state amendments on the ballot, covering everything from property taxes and bond reform to a measure creating a fund for dementia research. Local races are included as well, from school boards to city councils. And in Congressional District 18, a special election is underway to fill the seat left vacant after the passing of Congressman Sylvester Turner. Early voting is complete, and the Harris County Clerk's Office reports more than 200,000 ballots have already been cast. Officials are urging even more residents to get out and make their voices heard.
What we expect is for voters to get off their high knees and come vote this election cycle, because the turnout is very, very low. So, we encourage you to vote. I know some folks may not understand that these are local elections. They meet you at your doorstep. They're very important. Everything from your taxpayer dollars to your homestead to health care to the judicial system. Please take your time, read those propositions, understand what you're voting for, and cast your ballot and make your voice heard, because a very small demographic is making the decision as of right now.
To learn more about what's on the ballot and where to vote, text the word VOTE to the number on your screen, and we will send you a list of helpful resources. November 1st is also known as Dia de los Muertos, a celebration that honors loved ones who have passed while embracing Mexican culture and traditions. And tonight, Houston downtown is joining in that party. Orko Mana is live at Sam Houston Park, where all that fun is out underway already. And wow, Orko, it looks like it's pretty packed down there. What are you enjoying tonight?
Yeah, Cheryl, it is very packed. In fact, as soon as we got here a little bit earlier this afternoon, it was basically standing room only on the sidewalks around Sam Houston Park. You can see behind me, we've got all these folks out here. Very excited to be here, and if we go beyond these folks, you can see again just how packed this area is. A lot of people coming here, celebrating this event. This festival is now in its 5th year. This is the 5th year that the city of Houston has done this Dia de los Muertos event, and there are more than 50 vendors here. You can see all of these tents over here as well. They've got a lot of shops, some trinkets people can buy, and a lot of food. I think, Cheryl, you were asking me my favorite part. It's got to be the taste and the smell of that food out here. A lot of folks here taking advantage of all of the different vendors and businesses that are out here. In addition to folks coming here, there are a lot of performers here, including this young woman right here. We have Lissy Esquivel with Ballet Folklorico de Houston. So first of all, just talk to me about this outfit that you have on.
This is a traditional costume from the state of Jalisco, and each state has its own representative costume. And this was handmade, this was stitched on, and yes, it's a very beautiful and one of my favorite.
And you are performing with a bunch of other dancers. What's it like being able to share that culture with everyone who's here?
It's so beautiful because all of our hard work goes into not just showing how we dance, but it also represents our culture. We're carrying generations and generations, and we're trying to inspire the next.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. I know you're participating in the parade, is that right?
Yes, sir. Right now we're going to be saying hi to everyone, greeting the community, and having fun.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. And like I was just talking about there will be a parade that will kick off around 7 o'clock, so in just under an hour. I know there was a lot of talk about potentially being some rain out here. It is overcast, it is pretty cloudy, but so far, fingers crossed, you guys, we've not seen any raindrops here. But I did say that the parade will start at about 7 o'clock, and the event here continues until 11 o'clock tonight. Cheryl, we're going to send it back to you.
Yeah, Orko, I know you can't see it behind you, but there's a kid behind you apparently giving it a 6-7. The way you're showing it and describing it, I'm going to give it a 10 out there. Have some fun tonight. Hey, and the Dia de los Muertos celebrations in Houston aren't slowing down. The Houston Zoo is joining the festivities with its first ever Day of the Dead event, honoring beloved animals in a colorful, family-friendly way. This weekend, the zoo is staying open late until 9:30 in the evening, giving families plenty of time to explore glowing decorations, festive photo spots, and even the new baby Okapa. Well, the heart of the celebration is a traditional ofrenda, offering animals who passed, or honoring those animals who passed. Families are invited to bring a photo of a cherished pet to the altar, creating a touching tribute full of love and memories. Now that festival, the festivities run tomorrow and tonight, a perfect chance to grab the family and join in that fun. And Cheetah says the weather is going to be gorgeous, especially tomorrow.
I know, starting tomorrow, almost lasting for 10 days.
Can't believe it. I can't wait.
We have gorgeous fall weather starting tomorrow. Tonight, though, we're still going to be watching some of these showers and thunderstorms. Notice how we're under this weather impact alert because of a few of these stronger thunderstorms. Wharton County, Brazoria County. Notice if even a few showers and thunderstorms popping up closer into Waller County. I'll be watching this line move through. That's all connected with the cold front, but again, clearing up nicely starting tomorrow.
Let's get it out of here so we can enjoy the reward.
Right.
All right. Thanks, Cheetah. Thank you for joining us here, 6 o'clock. On this digital newscast, we'll have much more for you coming up tonight on TV at 10. See you then.